Hey everyone, welcome to Causal Modeling, Establishing Causal Inference with Examples in SAS. My name is Andy Wilson and I'll be co-instructing this course with Dr. Dan Sarkar. So Dan and I have backgrounds in an emerging field called real-world data. And what real-world data are data generated for a purpose other than the analysis at hand. For example, hospital EHR data is generated for patient care but can be used for inferences about disease trajectories or patient cohorts and make inferences in a real-world setting. However, to make these inferences, we often need to consider the context of the data generation process and address potential confounding. So our first module will be about introducing confounding and confounders, identifying confounding pathways using a tool called directed acyclic graphs, a type of causal structural graph. And we'll learn how to remedy potential confounding with a method called propensity scores, and close out with examples using a standard pharmaceutical software called SAS. In our second module, we'll consider more sample selection bias, first introduced by an economist in the 70s named James Heckman. And Heckman introduced these methods considering wage and gender, and the need first to understand who is even in the labor market to be analyzed. So he developed these two-stage models, first making a model for who is under observation and then estimating gender differences after this. So we could think similarly, if you have a survey, are there drivers of response and how those could relate to the inference at hand. And again, we'll close out with examples in SAS. Finally, in our third module, we will introduce another non-interventional type of analysis called regression discontinuity design and its extension, interrupted time series. And so these are analyses where you think that over a course of time, an intervention was put in place, and you want to evaluate whether or not that intervention had an effect. And so we will review the principles of that, the analytic approach, and conclude with a workshop in SAS. And then we'll wrap up our course with a review and summarize our findings.